Shalom, shalom. This is Shia from GMS Savannah come with another lesson. But first and foremost, we want to get all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and elders, and elder bishops, great millstone, which rule well, teach well, and to the Archon as well as the Philly, pushing his 100% truth and sincerity while risking their life and freedom to do so. And salutations, love and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as well as you speckled birds that scatter amongst the heathens that have the appearance of the heathen, but your father's seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also referred to as Israelite foreigners. But this is another lesson we're going on to. We keep going into this multiple times talking about these damn churches, man. And it's really ridiculous. But, you know, we already know that the 2/3 are going to continue to go to these churches. But this is some straight madness right here, man. We getting close to the end, and you can see through these 2/3, man, and these, these pastors and, in these churches, and just how bad things are getting. And it's going to get worse and worse. But we're going to just show this little quick clip, then we're going to hit some scriptures on it.
This jawline, crafted! Brothers and sisters, I need you to know something this morning. The Lord did not waste paint when he made me. Look at this jawline, crafted! These cheekbones, signed and sealed, and the legs, grace on steel. Hallelujah. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and it's not a sin to know it. Somebody shall be. Brothers and sisters, I need you to know something this morning. The Lord did not waste paint when he made me. Look at this jawline, crafted! These cheekbones, signed and sealed, and the legs, grace on steel. Hallelujah. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and it's not a sin to know it. Somebody shall be. Brothers and sisters, I need you to know something this morning. The Lord did not waste paint when he made me. Look at this jawline, crafted! These cheekbones, signed and sealed, and the legs, grace on steel. Hallelujah. I am fearfully and wonderfully made, and it's not a sin to know it. Somebody shall be.
Yeah, look at that madness, man. That's ridiculous, man. But those people in those churches, man, they don't see anything wrong with that, man, because they have that 2/3 spirit on them, man. And they have no light in them at all, man. You still be in that church with that madness right there. And them Nigerians, they Israelites. And they carrying on the same way, just like in Babylon the Great, man. Just like, the madness goes here in Babylon the Great, following behind Sleazy, man. And it's you see how it's cultivated over there in Nigeria and those other places where those Israelites are. It's a very sad situation and weird, but hey, when you have the 2/3 have that spirit, they back in their lie. That's what they were doing when they were here, So that's should be anything new under the sun with them, man, but it's just madness. But hey, we just here to just blow the trumpet, and just put these scriptures out here to, to the hopeful elect that, hey, man, that's a bunch of foolishness, that's very wrong, and there's nothing right about that, and like I say, we're going to filter that video through scriptures. And right here it says on Deuteronomy 22:5 says, the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. And neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all those that do so are abomination to the Lord our power Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. And that's abomination, man. You in that church, you see something like that, and you still a part of that church, man. You a 2/3, man. You definitely gonna be destroyed on this end. You're gonna be destroyed, man, because that's ridiculous for you to be okay with that, and it's so wrong. And like I say, we have scriptures to prove that's wrong. That's why we go into Hosea 4:6, for my people are destroyed by the lack of knowledge, because they have rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt not be a priest unto me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. I will also forget thy children, man. And that's just you wearing a dress like that in a church, in a temple, you definitely a destroyer for the lack of knowledge. And it's awful, man. You mess around and hey, you don't feel the Lord, you up in that church house, man. Ain't no telling what can happen. That whole sucker might collapse on everybody in that sucker, man. But hey, they don't fear you. How about Shem Yahushua? But like I say, as time go on, the Lord is gonna really start, really putting his force out here, man. Because like I say, it's gonna start with the house of Israel first, man. Just how wicked our people are, man. Our people are very wicked. And you can see, on this lesson that I'm doing, man, this pastor wearing a damn dress. It's crazy. We got to put Acts 7 and 48 in there because it says, how be it that the Most High dwell not in temples made with hands, as said the prophets. Yeah, the Lord don't dwell in those buildings built with hands, man. He don't. We keep telling, people all the time, man. Every time, anything dealing with those people in those churches, man, the Lord don't dwell in those places, man. That ain't nothing but a harlot house, man. And you got the pastor wearing harlot clothes. It's crazy. And they don't see nothing wrong with that, man. That's crazy. People still in there, and this clown pastor, man. Hey, the Lord don't deal with him. He's gonna deal with him in due time, because he's gonna have a lot of blood on his hands. Yeah. And another thing right here, Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And yeah, you in there falling behind a pastor wearing a dress, trying, a female garment, man. You stupid. You stupid. That's some worldly shit he wearing in there, man, in that temple, man. And like I say, that judgment gonna come upon that place, man. Cause like I say, a lot of Nigerians are Israelites. You know, like I say, Nigerians are Israelites. And like I say, man, it's just crazy to see stuff like this. Well, hey, we're at the end of time. We at the end of time. You see this, what's going on, man. It's about over with, man. It's about time for Yahushua to come back with a heavenly host, man, and cause some havoc, man. Because like I say, a lot of people got to be sent back to the spirit realm, man, and come back in the kingdom in their rightful mind. So like I say, it's gonna be beautiful, to see a lot of these 2/3 people get sent back into the spirit realm, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are stupid, man, and just doing all kind of abominable acts. In the world is awful. And like I say, you just stay the hell out of them churches, man. That's the main thing. And and like I say, they just they contaminate the minds of the people. And like I say, those pastors have their blood on their hands, man, because they leading the people astray. They leading the apple of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, astray. So, man, it's going to be a judgment on this pastor, man. And it's a sad situation to see this. But, hey, this just shows you the wickedness that we dealing with in these end days. But hopefully this will edify to the hopeful sheep and lamb. Kwan Yasharala and Dawala. Call Allah, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. On to the next lesson. Shalom.